All right, what's up, CrossFitters? Coach Justin here, the WOD nutritionist. Here at CBG, we help you lose body fat, build muscle, and crush your WODs without tracking macros. Our body recomp program has reopened, and I'm making my schedule personally available this week for 5 of you that want to lose body fat and build muscle and never want to track a single macro again. Finally look like you do 4 to 5 watts per week. So if you're interested, click the link below. You can book a call, and we'll have a chat personally together to go over your goals and make sure everything is a good fit, and we can go from there. Today's topic is going to be about Ozempic. Oh no. I'm going to go over why Ozempic is not even close to the best option for fat loss if you're doing 4 to 5 watts per week. I'll go over the mechanism, and I'll go over a lot more details, which is going to give hopefully you a better understanding as to you being on the path right now of focusing more on your nutrition, building healthier habits, and not tracking macros is going to be the sustainable long-term solution that you're hoping for. And then at the end, I'll go through maybe a small subset of people I think Ozempic could be for, and so stay tuned. So Ozempic, how does Ozempic work? Ozempic mimics a hormone called GLP-1 inside your body. You take Ozempic, usually through injection, intravenously. Now, once you take this, your body is going to start mimicking a hormone called GLP. Your body naturally produces this, but this upregulates this. This hormone helps regulate blood sugar levels by stimulating insulin release. It decreases glucagon, a hormone that raises blood sugar, and it slows down digestion. By doing this, Ozempic really is beneficial for those especially monitoring the blood sugar part for patients with type 2 diabetes, right? This is how the drug and why the drug was developed. So why are people deciding to take this that want to lose weight? Well, if you listen to the third component of what GLP does is it slows down digestion. And so this is why people are taking Ozempic. When digestion is slowed down, our stomach stays fuller for longer, hunger hormones are suppressed, and we inherently eat less. Eating less, meaning being at a calorie deficit, which is the laws of thermodynamics, allows for us to lose weight. Now, if the right macronutrient ratios and the right amount of the calorie deficit is implemented, you can lose specifically body fat. In this case with Ozempic, it's usually not the case. You're also losing tons of muscle, as I'm sure you guys have seen online with celebrities taking Ozempic all over the world. So I'm gonna go over some reasons why, if you're doing 4 to 5 watts per week, based on this mechanism of action of how Ozempic works, you don't want to be taking Ozempic if you're struggling with fat loss. And I know how frustrating this could be. I know how frustrating it is to be doing 4 to 5 watts per week and not see your body change. I know it makes us very impulsive in terms of making decisions towards our health, towards our nutrition. In some instances, people take drastic measures to reach their goals. They take fat burning medications, they buy waist trainers, they cut their calories, they give themselves eating disorders, and they take drugs like Ozempic. And so I just want to be a voice out there demonstrating hopefully that there are ways to get you there without doing these dangerous things. So Ozempic. There are 5 reasons why you might not be a suitable candidate for Ozempic, or I think you probably shouldn't take it. And this is going to be more on the side effect side. So side effect number 1 is gastrointestinal side effects. It's been shown to have a tremendous amount of gastro side effects that put you at risk for pancreatitis, right? Which is inflammation of the pancreas. So symptoms include severe abdominal pain, radiate to the back, nausea, vomiting. And so this is a symptom, obviously, that doesn't feel good. Second is the pancreatitic risk that we talked about. So they're developing pancreatitis. Symptoms include severe abdominal pain as well, and can be really bothersome for daily activities, right? Especially when starting the medication. Thirdly is thyroid C cell tumors. Ozempic has been associated with an increase in risk of thyroid C cell tumors in rodents. While the relevance to humans is still uncertain, the risk should be considered, especially in individuals with a personal or family history of some sort of thyroid cancer. Fourth is kidney function. Individuals with severe kidney problems may not be able to take Ozempic due to its excretion through the kidneys. Dose adjustments or alternative treatments may be necessary in this case. And then lastly, pregnancy and breastfeeding. Ozempic's safety during pregnancy and breastfeeding has just not been established. And so if you are breastfeeding or you're pregnant, please do not consider taking Ozempic at all. Now, there are a number of different reasons as to why Ozempic won't be the long-term solution. So those are the side effects, very simple. That's aside from the fact that you want fat loss long-term, because that's ultimately the goal for a lot of us that are taking Ozempic or that have wanted to take it. The first reason is the unsustainability of it comes directly through the mechanism. It makes you eat less because food digestion is slower. So when you quit taking Ozempic, your digestion then speeds up. Once it speeds up, you're gonna start eating the same amount before, and you have the same habits you had prior to when you started Ozempic. Therefore, when eating more, you're back at a calorie surplus and you put the weight back on. This is actually detrimental long-term, and I'll explain a little bit more why. But eating more is only gonna result when you get off Ozempic to regain the weight back. So Ozempic is basically a bad fad diet that's really, really, really expensive, okay? And so that's why we don't wanna do this. An example I use with this is if you could take a drug that allows you to build muscle more quickly, let's say doing 5 reps, rather than 10, awesome. You're able to actually do 5 reps, you're doing less work. What happens when you get off of this drug? When you get off of this drug, you have to go back to doing 10 reps, but you're used to doing 5 reps, okay? You're gonna go back to doing 10 reps to be able to build that same muscle. And so regardless, it's all about the habits you build. No matter what drug you take or whatever you do, it's all about the habits you build. That's the way that you get the long-term sustainable results. The second reason is, as we're on Ozempic and we're dropping our calories super low because our digestion is much slower, our hunger hormones are lower, guess what? We're not just losing body fat, we're also losing muscle. Yeah, you know, all that hard muscle you worked for at your CrossFit box, doing 4 to 5 watts per week, all the back squats you've done, all the snatches, all the lunges, all the strength work. All that muscle you built doing that stuff is now gone. And it's really, really difficult to replace muscle. Really difficult. So the reason you've lost muscle and you've lost body fat is because you've dropped your calories significantly lower than where they were before. This type of delta between the calories, making them super low because of this medication, causes not only a reduction in fat, but also a reduction in muscle. This is not good. The reason this is not good, not only because you've lost the muscle and it's hard to replace, is because our basal metabolic rate, or referred to as how many calories we burn at rest, also goes down. So now when you quit taking Ozempic, you have less muscle, you're burning less calories at rest, and guess what? It's gonna be way harder to lose fat now because you're burning less calories at rest. Muscle is the ultimate hack to fat loss, and you've just hijacked yourself by losing lots of muscle by drastically reducing your calories on Ozempic, okay? So don't do this, all right? Those are the 2 main reasons that you don't wanna be taking Ozempic if you do 4 to 5 watts per week. Another reason is when we eat less, guess what? We've drastically reduced our energy stores. Energy to be able to push during our WODs, get stronger at the gym, not bonk during our workouts or the runs that we do. And so when you're doing 4 to 5 watts per week, our body actually depends on us. It depends on us being able to have enough energy to go into the gym to actually perform the workouts. So, think you're gonna get better at CrossFit and Ozempic? No way. You won't get better at CrossFit if you're taking Ozempic because you've slashed your calories literally in half or more. You don't have the energy to support your workouts. Number 4, also very important. You ever had an injury before? I have. Doing CrossFit, doing other things. An injury sucks. It sucks both physically and it sucks mentally. We can't do the things at the gym we see everyone else doing. They're getting better while we're sitting on the sidelines regressing. So when you take Ozempic and you slash your calories super low, you put yourself at a very, very high risk to have a previous existing injury come up or a new injury come up, which of course, it's gonna leave you out of the gym and doing the movements that we love to do. This is not going to be good when it comes to your fat loss goals either. Can't work out, we can't burn calories. What are we gonna do? We're gonna put on body fat, which is also not ideal, especially long term. And so that is another reason, if you're doing 4 to 5 watts per week, I caution you, really, really caution you. I know it's frustrating that you're not losing fat, you don't look the way you want, you don't feel confident in your body, you can't take your shirt off in front of your partner, you can't take your shirt off at your box. You're constantly stressed every day about the way you look. Every day you're stressed about the way you look and that you don't look the way that you want. I get it. but this is not the answer. Ozempic is not the answer, or any other semaglutide out there is not the answer. There are reasonable ways to do this. We take people to the moon. You can lose body fat. You do CrossFit. You can lose body fat. So you just have to put more intentionality and focus behind it. If you don't know how to do it, you got to get somebody to help you, hold you accountable to it. It doesn't have to be my team, but it needs to be someone that knows what they're doing and can really, truly want to support you, love to support you, and get you to your goals. Okay, I hope this podcast helped. I'll do something more detailed on Ozempic. I didn't want to bore you guys with a lot of the science, but it's very simple. It mimics GLP-1 specifically, which causes us to digest food slower, regulate blood sugar, and so therefore it has an effect on improving our overall weight loss. This is not sustainable. Don't do this. It's not good if you're doing 4 to 5 WODs per week. The only people I would recommend this doing this are people that, of course, have type 2 diabetes or people that are morbidly obese. They have so much weight to lose, they can't even do CrossFit because their body doesn't really have the capabilities to do more than anything but walk. And their trajectory towards type 2 diabetes is inevitable anyway. Doesn't mean we can't focus on nutrition habits and do the bigger things that are going to make a long-term sustainable impact, but Ozempic might be the Kickstarter for some of these people. Now, I hope this helps. I'm Justin. I'm the WOD nutritionist. We help you lose body fat, build muscle, crush your WODs without tracking macros. Book a call with the link below if you're interested in learning more about how we help people do this and the thousands and thousands of CrossFitters we've helped over the world reach their goals. Talk to you guys soon.